League of Legends is a game that everyone hates to love and everyone loves to hate. And to me, that's always been an enigma. Why does this game draw in people by the millions and have such a dedicated fan base, yet still have such a negative connotation around itself? I thought about it, I looked through the game's content, I purchased all the KDA skins, and I realized that the big problem doesn't lie in any of that at all. In fact, I would say that a lot of the art direction, gameplay, and characters are very enticing. Some because of their in-game design, and others because a multi-billion-dollar corporation pretended that they were real and acted as if they had depression. Regardless, though there's a reason for a lot of people to love League, there has to be a reason why people keep prioritizing their hate. I wish it could be something as simple as balance issues or skin lines, but in truth, the problem is something that is a lot more deep-rooted. So today we're gonna dive in to why League of Legends as a game is too fundamentally punishing, and because of it, our memories are stained by bad experiences instead of graced by good ones. But before we do that, we have a message from this week's sponsor. Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Keeps. Look, League of Legends has been out for a decade, and a lot of us have been playing this game a lot longer than we wish to admit. With thousands of rage-inducing games under our belt, we're literally starting to mold. That's mad cause bald. And it's just kind of the way things go. Did you know that 2 out of 3 men experience male pattern baldness by the age of 35? But the best way to prevent that is to do something while you still have hair left. You used to have to go to a doctor for your hair loss prescription. But now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get your prescription delivered straight to your home. Like right there. So if you've noticed that you're starting to lose hair, now is the best time to do something about it. And get this, for a limited time, you can go over to keeps.com/scooch and get 50% off your first order. 50%, that is almost the majority of the price off. That's how math works. One more huge shout out to Keeps for sponsoring today's video. You guys are awesome. Go check them out. Click the link in the description below so you can get 50% off your first order. Okay, I love you. Let's get into the content. What I mean by this is a quote that I said in an earlier video. People are so hungry for the W that winning doesn't feel good, but losing feels horrible. And that's because the game is built to punish you to an insane degree. We're not going to be able to get to every reason, but we will be able to get through most via explaining mechanics in the game. Number 1, punishment for dying. Dying or being killed in most games signifies an end. In Fortnite, you go back to the home screen, and Smash Brothers, you decide whether or not to run it back. But in League of Legends, dying is something that is a lot more crucial and innately a lot less fun. When you die in League of Legends, you lose your ability to play the game. And I mean that quite literally. You're fucking dead for a while. And unless you have TP, you have to walk back to lane, which takes like another 30 seconds. In fact, can we time that, please? Andrew, can you time to see how long it takes to walk back to tower when you die top lane and don't have TP? It's a lot, isn't it? That's too much. You know what else is too much? The fact that the majority of the people watching this video aren't subscribed to the channel. If you do like the content, please subscribe because it'll really help the channel out. We do our best to produce high quality content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and because of it, I've been having a blast. So I hope that you enjoy your stay here. Let's keep going. The concept of just being removed from a game is such an unfun punishment. Imagine playing Super Mario, but every time you died, your older sibling came into the room, took the control away from you, and waited a minute. All right, here you go. Now you can try again. Eventually, it'll just piss you off and get old. But that's not all that dying constitutes. In this game, sure, dying can sometimes mean something as small as a death timer. But when you play against someone who actively knows what they're doing, or if they're just on a very strong character, dying literally means that the rest of your experience in this game is going to be a lot worse off. Take Master Yi, for example. Dying against him will almost certainly enable his ability to carry. And if that's the case, eventually Yi has game-ending potential, because with the right resources, he can kill your entire team by himself and make it a nightmare for anyone trying to stop his split. In laning, dying to Mordekaiser basically means that you can't farm anymore, because he'll just pull you in, ult you, and kill you again. So now you're not even able to do anything because you died to a character that snowballs too heavily, and you better hope you have a Netflix or a Hulu account to have something to watch under the tower. But that's not it. It gets much worse when we talk about something we just mentioned. Snowballing. Snowballing is something that is so uniquely attached to few genres of games, League, of course, being one of them. The term snowballing basically means that advantages could be multiplied when they are received. If we put this in fighting game terms, it would be every time you hit the enemy, you deal more damage. Snowballing basically means that in a lot of games, your ability to win lessens as time goes on. 1 kill turns to 2, 2 kills turns to 5, and now they're at your nexus because Mordekaiser can one-shot you through a text. And when you're on the winning side, snowballing doesn't always feel good. Maybe your jungle Yi got 20 kills, and now you don't even have to play the game because he can carry it by himself. But every single time you're being snowballed on, it feels terrible. Did you lose lane? Aw, that sucks, buddy. Now you can't farm ever again. Did you win lane? That's awesome. I'm proud of you. But did someone else lose lane harder? Ah, that sucks, buddy, because now you can't farm ever again. And in turn, these leads turn into situations that are memorably bad. Because you feel like you did everything right, but someone else that you had nothing to do with got outclassed and snowballed on. It's like studying all night for a math class you have coming up, and the second you get into your math class, your math teacher goes, "All right, bitch, we're doing Spanish instead." I mean, who cares if you did everything right as NASA's top? You lose because the enemy Echo mid snowballed too hard. Sorry, buddy. And all of this is almost bad enough to give us a sour taste in our mouth, but there's more. Though this one is very situational, LP is something that causes more disdain than anything else. Because you're actively trying to get somewhere when you play ranked, and LP is the only clear indicator of doing so. Mixing that with the possibility of going against Smurfs, your team refusing to communicate, and of course just losing in general, this turns into the shitty scenario of progress never being guaranteed, which is such insanely tilting game design. Can you imagine playing a one-player game and then at random there's a chance for your save file to corrupt and send you back to where you were 2 days ago? You'd never play that game again. All of your hard work is just gone because sometimes games are unwinnable and Riot does every single thing in their power to keep your win rate at 50%. In my case, it leads to these climbing days where I win almost every single game. And then I get fall days where I'm constantly griefed or paired with people who are just innately toxic and don't want to participate in getting a W. A game system that is constantly telling you that your progress isn't stable is so uniquely trash. It'd be like having a 1% chance for your Pokemon to have a fucking heart attack every battle. Oh no! Pikachu fucking died! Better start off from square one again! And all three of these things culminate into the biggest issue of all. Tilt. Tilt is something that exists in every game. You can get grabbed 4 times in a row in a fighting game and lose your shit. You can get cheaped out by a bad platforming level and not want to play again. But in a team-based game, especially one that revolves around EXP, growth, items, gold, and rotations, actively losing a game almost feels worse than getting the L. Because now you have 4 people yelling at you to be on the same page, which will almost never happen in a tilted state. Being called bad by your team and occasionally opponents. Being blamed for losing your lane even though you were camped. Flamed for choosing a character that isn't that good in the meta, etc. W's seem to be the only thing that matters in League of Legends. But honestly, I don't feel like it's a need to win, but a hatred to lose. And when hatred fuels the reason why people play your game, we end up with a community that refuses to acknowledge that there was ever love in the first place. I wish I had more ideas to resolve the issue, but I do have one. What if every single time you lost a ranked game, Riot gave you stats to show you if there was at least progression in your play? Maybe to show you that you farmed more, or warded better, or had more KP, etc. Anything to lessen the blow of defeat, because right now all you get is an L, you lose LP, and then you have someone BMing most of the time. But there's a reason why we keep coming back to this game. And there is going to be a second part to this video where I explain from a game design perspective what makes League of Legends so addicting. But I do feel like a lot of us have our own reasons. So that's the question I want to leave you with today. Why do you guys keep playing League of Legends? Is it because you still have friends that play? Do you enjoy ranking? Are you actively trying to improve? Is it Seraphine? Please let me know in the comment section below, because you might sway my opinion for the next video, which is literally going to be the opposite of this one. We got to play both teams, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was more of an analytical one. I know I can't write jokes for everything, so I can't thank you enough for sticking by. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. I'm sure it was edited amazing, because the editors on this channel are amazing. Andrew did this one, I'm pretty sure. I hope Andrew did this one. Right now, I think Andrew is going to do this one. So if he didn't do this one, That means something went wrong. Where the fuck is Andrew?